Today, we talk some Transformers and some DCEU. Lots to talk about with this new Transformers movie coming out next year, scheduled to be June 9th, 2023, 2 days before my birthday. So I know where I'll be on my birthday. That will be at the Transformers Rise of the Beast movie. Um, look, they had a tough go a couple of years ago, and then they tried to recapture the Transformers by releasing Bumblebee. If you recall, that one was actually really good, and they did recapture that momentum that they once had. Now they are taking a page out of the TV show Beast Wars, which that animated show takes place 300 years after, you know, the Autobots and Decepticons are just not there anymore. So then it was the beasts that rose up, and so you have. Let me see. Um, I guess it's you get the Maximals, the Predacons, and the Terracons. That is what this movie is going to be based on. But now, instead of 300 years after, it looks like they're going to have this movie take place in 1994, which is previous of all those movies. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how they pull this off. I don't look. I hope the timeline works for them. I know they're kind of changing things up, and so they want all these the beasts involved in this next one. So they're trying to recapture the momentum that they had when it first came out with Transformers, with the Michael Bay movies. Um, but I do believe that it is not going to be Michael Bay. Is going to be someone else that's going to be the lead on this. Um, but they already have the stars, so when we're looking at some of these names, you're going to be impressed with the names that are in this movie. First of all, Peter Cullen is coming back to be Optimus Prime. That is already set. So he will be the voice of Optimus Prime. Um, Now, the two main characters, Noah is going to be played by Anthony Ramis from Hamilton. If you saw Hamilton, then he is going to be Noah, and playing Elena, who is an artifact researcher. Uh, Dominique Fishback from Judas and the Black Messiah, which was an awesome movie, and she was wonderful in it. So, but she is going to be playing the lead Elena, and also in this movie, Peter Dinklage is doing the voice of Scourge, a villain, and Michelle Yao is going to be Air Razor, one of the, I guess the good ones, one of the good ones, and also playing the lead, um, Optimus Primal. That is the ape transformer. Ron Perlman from Hellboy. How about that? That is such a wonderful choice to play Optimal Primal. I mean Optimus Primal. Yeah, see, it's got people just dying for this, dying for it. So there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to have to wait to see what shakes out in the movie. I mean, we don't have too many details. They're kind of keeping it hush hush. And I saw the trailer. That looks fantastic. Um, look, this is going to try to recapture what they were doing in the first place, and then I think they lost something along the line, and it kind of fell flat, and they had to revive it with Bumblebee, and they did that, and now they're going forward with this. So there's going to be some returning people doing voices for for some of the characters that we all knew. Um, but it'll be certainly an interesting um, change of events that is it's certainly going to change the Transformers from what we knew before. I think this is going to lead up to new things and a new kind of timeline. So to me, this sounds like it's a reboot, complete reboot, but only with the Beast taking center stage on it all. So the Transformers Rise of the Beasts coming June 9th, 2023, if there's no setbacks. But we all know how that goes. There's always some setbacks. So, but that is when it's due out. So I will certainly be there on that weekend. Um, so you are watching us on YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting, also Facebook at RI Broadcasting as well. You can watch us on Twitch at RI underscore broadcasting, and also on Twitter at Broadcasting RI. So the Twitch folks, we already have 302 followers on Twitch. So get some subscriptions going. That would be awesome. You can donate stars and bits, the bits on Twitch, the stars on Facebook. So get on there, join in the group. You can become a VIP, on Facebook. And also, if you're on YouTube, you can donate with stickers, super stickers. And of course, you really should follow us on YouTube as well, as we are up to 1,108 followers on YouTube. So trying to get to 2,000, and you can be a big part of that. You can also catch the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, Red Circle, TuneIn, and many more. And if you want, you can join the Discord right there. Join that Discord, get in there. I'm on it all the time. You can join us, and you know just get in there. So let's move along. Moving along to the DCEU and what the future holds. Now, there's been a shakeup. James Gunn and Peter Safran is now running the show as the lead on DC. So, what does this mean? That means things may change. Now, what we do know is Henry Cavill, or Cavill, however you want to pronounce his name, is going to be Superman. He is going to be Superman again. Um, and it appears that Jason Momoa will stay as Aquaman. Now there's Gal Gadot with Wonder Woman. Now, speculation is that that will not change as well. But it's a big but, and it's a big but because the script for Wonder Woman 2 is basically all been said. They're scrapping that, and they are starting over because they do not like the direction of that movie, and they are probably going to change that. So a rewrite is probably in order, as James Gunn and Peter Safran do not like it, and it's already said that you know that is scrapped, and they're going to rewrite. So now, where does this leave the other heroes for, say, Justice League? Well, now Batman is said to be safe with, the Batman 2 with Robert Pattinson. That is said to be safe. But will he be the Batman in, you know, a new Justice League movie? If they even make Justice League 2, that could be rebooted as well. So, so where there's a lot going on, and look, they look, DC has basically butchered this whole thing, right from the start. When they have the actors in place, and then they just take way too long, dragging their feet, not doing what they need to get done, and this is what happens. You have an inconsistent cast, and you're begging for trouble now. So if Robert Pattinson is in fact going to be in the next Batman movie, where does that leave the rest? Well, The Flash is not so guaranteed because, first of all, we think, and we don't even know, but we think that the Flash movie is on hold. But from what I understand, Henry Cavill has already filmed an appearance in that. So it looks like they are going to go forward with that movie, but they are not. They are not secure in who exactly plays Barry Allen. He has gotten into some trouble, and they do not like that, and that could be recast eventually. Black Adam, obviously, look, Dwayne Johnson, fantastic, great movie, one of the best DC movies made. Um, but it's not a guarantee that there's a second one coming because it's right now, as of right now, from what I understand, that just Bailey is making money. So, so we don't know if they're going to move forward with another Black Adam movie. And then there is Cyborg, who, you know, will they pursue Cyborg and move on with the storyline with that? There's, look, there's a lot of things that are under question with the future of the DCEU. Will there be a new Green Lantern movie? I mean, like, I don't. I find it hard to believe you can have a new Justice League without a Green Lantern at this point. Like, really, you need to have him in there. So you got to figure this out. DCEU. Hopefully, James Gunn and Peter Safran can right the ship. I'm hoping that they don't have to completely overhaul everything and reboot everything because to me, they have the perfect Superman. They have the perfect Wonder Woman. They have the perfect Aquaman. Um, look, you just need to make sure you get this done and start organizing it a little better. So that is the DCEU. Um, let us know your thoughts on that. I mean, because that's like, look, you're talking about especially the three Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. Like those are the three most popular superheroes, in DCEU. I mean, that's like so three of the most popular ever in anything. I mean, who's bigger? Spider Man. I mean, like really, it was all about Spider Man and those three until the Avengers came around, and that made Captain America and Hulk and everything you know right up there. But I mean, Marvel did it perfectly up until now. It's a little iffy now, but I just think that they need to be more consistent in what they're doing and when they're doing it. I mean, you can't run the DC like this. I mean, it's just bad right now. Like you have to have good writers. You have to have you know timing. Timing is everything, and now is the time because right now Marvel, they're not up there because most of their stuff is already beyond all the mainstream ones. So it's going to be harder for them to pull off what they're trying to do. So, and look, let's face it, Iron Man has that face recognizable, and is anybody going to accept anybody else? Captain America, same thing. Like all of this stuff, they've done, wonders for superheroes, and now they're just trying to figure it out again. But DCEU has been a mess right from day one. So hopefully Gunn and Safran can change that and you know, make it better. Make it better. You know. So from there, you know, I mean that kind of wraps everything up except for we lost a couple more, famous celebrities. We lost Bob McGrath from Sesame Street. Like I remember watching him, when I grew up. So Bob McGrath, and we lost Kirstie Alley from Cheers and Look Who's Talking. I mean, that was surprising, and we just want to wish the families well and our condolences, and just rest in peace, Kirstie Alley and Bob McGrath. But you know, they have to be remembered for the things that they've done. So if there's enjoyment from them, you need to remember that part. I mean, everybody remembers Cheers, everybody remembers Sesame Street. So just think of the great work that they've done, and just think of those good times. So and we'll move on to the next things, just like it always has been. So that is the show. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know your thoughts on any of the topics. And we'll catch you probably next week when we do another show. Um, don't know what it will be about, but I know there'll be, a wrap up of 2022 for sure. So we'll see you next time on Entertainment Flash.